Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. We're the Dawnties. My name is Richele, and today I'm going to walk you through a flip through of my 2024 bullet journal. So this is an Archer and Olive journal. I love doing my own bullet journals just to have some creativity and flexibility, and I use this every single day for work and for home. And I'm just going to walk you through this. So I believe this is 190 pages, 160 GSM, and it's Archer and Olive. This was from a Halloween release a few years ago. I really love the design, and I like to do a theme, a yearly theme, and try to stick to it as best as I can. And so for 2024, I did the year of Disney. So everything in the front is going to have Disney font, Disney style font for my headers, and then every month was dedicated to a specific Disney movie. This was so much fun. I put a lot of thought and hard work into it, and now I'm going to show you what it looks like all filled out. So last year I did post a flip through while it was empty, and now that the year is almost over, I do have it completely filled in. So if we open it up, the first thing you see is my name. This is a sticker from my friend Oh Hello Robin. So she does have an Etsy shop, and if you use our code Dawnties15, you will get 15% off anything you purchase from her store on Etsy. So whenever you first open it, I like to do a yearly title page and then some sort of little quote. So I found this from Walt: "If you can dream it, you can do it." So at the very front, I have this grid spacing section where while I'm working throughout the journal and planning things out, I don't have to count the boxes if I want to split the page in half, or if I want to do it in thirds, vertically or horizontally. I do have the grid here, so I don't have to do that once. And then I just have an overview of what the year looks like and what days fall on what day of the week. Then I have my future log. This is where I mark down anything like birthdays, anniversaries, trips, holidays, days off from work, etc. Spring forward, so whenever we change the times. And I do have this Dutch door, so I only had to write the title once. And this is something that I love. I refer back to multiple times a month. Then next is my gift list and wish list. So this is something that I just keep track of, things that I personally want that I see throughout the year. I always struggle when someone says, hey, what do you want for your birthday? What do you want for Christmas? So throughout the year, I just kind of make a list and say, hey, this is what I want. And then for gift lists, this is a little bit different, because normally, like, as we see things throughout the year for a niece or a nephew or a sister or a parent, I'll mark it down here, so whenever their birthday comes around or Christmas comes around, we have a reference of, oh yeah, we saw that a few months ago and we thought of this person. But this year, Donna took care of everything, so I did not have to keep track of any of that. Next is my New York trip. So I did have a page dedicated to what we wanted to do in New York for my 40th birthday, which we went last month at the beginning of November, and where we stayed, how long we were there, the things that we wanted to do, etc. And then I have the movies and TV shows. So these are things that we watched. We're not really huge TV watchers, I guess. Well, we watch a lot of YouTube, and we read quite a bit. So these are things that we saw that were new to us this year. Then we have my year in pixels and when did I last. So I keep track of certain things when we last did them. Some things are we take care of monthly or on a bi-monthly basis, and then filling up my gas tank. This is just for my personal knowledge, since I don't go to work at an office every single day of the week. Then we have just some trackers that I have over here. Our video ideas and YouTube goals. So the plan for this was to color in the play button from YouTube whenever we hit certain goals. We kind of took a little bit of a break this year, so we didn't have the growth that we were expecting, but it was still fun to kind of look back and track how well we did. And then we get into the months. So every month, like I said, is dedicated to a certain Disney movie. And I like to have an opening title page and a quote, usually from the movie, for that movie, etc. So Frozen is one of my all-time favorites, and I thought it was perfect to start the year with Frozen. So I have The Cold Never Bothered Me Anyway, and then we have the gang all here. And then I always have my calendar next. I do like to have a monthly calendar so I can track certain things that are happening that month that I don't want to put on my future log or anything like that. Then I have a notes section and a sleep tracker. So I know that there are plenty of apps and devices that you can use to track your sleep. I prefer old school and marking it down to see how my sleep was, and then notes for any things from work or things at home. Again, I use this for both work and home. So I like to have a special or another additional notes section. And then we go into the week. So I have a box for every single day of the week, with the exception of weekends. I do combine those. And I always have a notes section as well per week, but sometimes this gets filled up and I'll use the bigger note section as well. But I try to keep work and home separate by colors. So here, anything in blue for this month, or at least for this week, was home related. Anything this pinkish color was work related. Keep track of any meetings, etc. So here it is, the same thing with another big old note section. And then I loved this because this was very different. This was no lines boxes. I just had little snowflakes to kind of designate space for every day. This was fun, and it's cool to look back on, but not my favorite. I do prefer seeing the box, the lines drawn, but it was really fun, and I really wanted to do this on an Elsa half face. I don't know why. I saw it, I fell in love with it, I wanted to replicate it. And then we have the last week. So every week, the layout may be different. I was trying to figure out which style I liked best, whether it's boxes like this, or maybe all boxes on the bottom, and then my note sections on top. So every week is a little bit different, and I really liked having that variety, but then it also helped me realize what style I like best. But every month I like to keep it different. So for February, this is your favorite Donna's birthday month, and this is her favorite Disney movie. So I definitely wanted to do a Toy Story thing, which is one of my top favorites. I love how colorful it turned out. Even the gang here, I just colored their shadows or their silhouettes. This was a lot of fun to put together. So you're going to see all the same layout. So notes, sleep tracker, and then I go into my weeks. Now from here on out, for the most part, I did 1 week per page, where for January, I did 1 week per 2 pages. So I had a little bit more to spread out, but I wasn't able to do that for the entire year because I would have run out of journal. But I wanted to try out, like I said, a couple of different things. So I like to do little doodles. This one was really fun. So for months that had 5 weeks, just how I lay out my calendar, there were some months that I was able to spread out 1 week over 2 pages, and I thought this was super cute with Slinky, just kind of all across the page. And again, just having designated areas for every day of that week versus a lined box. Cute, again, but something I probably won't do in the future. And then we go into March. So March I did Zootopia, mainly because Easter happened in March this year. Or in 2024, and I really wanted to do bunnies, and this is one of my favorite movies, and this I did a coloring book style, so I outlined everything in black pen, and then I used colored pencils to color everything in this section in March. And it was a struggle. I will say that colored pencils on high quality paper is not the easiest thing to do. This is supposed to imitate icing from like a donut, from like these little pink donuts, and of course it's Cole Hauser. He's my favorite character from the movie, so I just like to incorporate little fun things for that movie. So for April, I did April showers. So the shower movie that I thought of was Mary Poppins, so I did a Mary Poppins theme. I don't normally you see these glasses here. I don't normally use my journal as like a memory keeping or scrapbooking kind of a thing, but because the eclipse, there we go, it happened on the 8th of April. These are glasses that I got, and I just kind of ripped them out and taped them in with packing tape, actually, so they're not going anywhere. But I thought it was flat, it was easy to just put on here as like a memory for what happened in April this year. So again, just fun little details from the movie. I loved this. This was definitely different and not something I typically do, but I loved seeing this go all the way across, and you have the measurements for Mary Poppins, Jane, and Michael. So I thought that was really fun. So May, I did April showers, bring May flowers. So the flower movie I thought of was Encanto. So this house was the most intimidating thing I did in this entire journal, and this was the very last thing that I put color to because I was so afraid of messing it up. But I mean, it turned out fine. I think I put too much pressure on myself than I needed to. So lots of flowers, a lot of little bird and leaf doodles for Encanto. Now what's really fun about Encanto is that I did do 1 week of these doors. So underneath the door are things that I had to do for that day. And my little to-do list. I thought this was so fun, so different. And I just had fun with it. So for this one, I did do a Dutch door situation. So my 2 big note sections just kind of stayed there and I used them throughout the month. So that was really fun and different. And then April showers bring May flowers, bring June bugs. So I did a bug's life for the month of June. This was better in my head. I think the execution kind of fell flat for me personally. I'm not entirely happy with it. But I mean, it was fun. It was cute seeing all these little characters that I put in here. Dot, she's my favorite. But yeah, I mean, nothing special, nothing really memorable, but I mean, it was cute. It was cute for the month. So for July, I did Finding Nemo, another one of my favorites. And of course, you know, you swim during the summer. I thought this was perfect to just keep swimming for the month of July. And a lot of different doodles. I loved this at the end of the first movie. I love it. And then, yeah, I did like little bubbles for the boxes in 1 month. I did a lot of starfish. This, I found some navy blue dot grid paper to draw this with paint pens and gel markers because I really wanted an underwater scene, and I thought this was perfect to make all my boxes little jellyfish. I thought it was super fun, and it was only for 1 week. It wasn't that big of a deal to write with white pen that week. And then, yeah, just finished it off with some other silhouettes of other characters. Then for August, I did Monsters, mainly because it's back to school and football season. And of course, Monsters U and Monsters Inc. has both of those things covered. So I loved these doors. I thought this was so fun. This one is the most colorful, I think. I had to do Boo's door. Of course, Randall with the screen canisters. I loved doing this. I think this was my most favorite because there wasn't really a set color palette. It was just colorful. This was really fun to have all of these doors as if they're on the line that goes through Monsters Inc. And having those as my boxes for every day of the week. I thought that was really fun. Really cute, really different. There's football, there's screaming and running, and then there's the whole like family picture. I thought this was really cute, and I really loved how it turned out. September was the only month that I didn't really have a reason to choose this movie, other than it's one of my favorites, and I don't know anyone who has a birthday in September, so I didn't have someone to say, hey, what's your favorite movie to do for their month? But I really loved this, and it is one of my most recent favorite movies. I think I slept on it for so long, and then once I saw it, I just loved it. So I wanted to do a whole Tangled theme, and this was possibly my most favorite thing that came out of everything I did in this journal. I think this is so stunning. It doesn't exactly look like a stained glass window. That's what I was going for, but I think it turned out really, really cute. And then again, note, sleep tracker, and then I did this little castle for the first half of the week, and little castle windows and things. I don't know, just something different. And then the other 2 weeks there. And this was a month that had a week that I was able to spread it out. And I just did little lanterns, nothing really special, but super fun. October is the only month that does not have a designated movie. This was dedicated to all the villains. So I love this quote. I think this is so beautiful. I saw this online and a couple of years ago, and I really wanted to replicate it. And I think it turned out pretty darn good. I really loved this. So there's my all the icons on my calendar page. I loved all of these like little drinks of the female villains. Yeah, just a whole bunch of villainous stuff. And then of course my favorite is Cruella, so I did have this. I had an extra page. I could have spread this week over 2 pages, but I really wanted this Born Brilliant, Born Bad, and a little bit mad picture on here. And then that is the end of October. So then November was my birthday month. So Ralph is also one of my top favorite Disney movies. This is my birthday month, but this was also a lot to try to draw or paint. So this is the only month that everything on here I printed. So these are just images I found online. I did have November. I cut up all the letters and put them kind of falling down one of the holes here that Ralph made. But yeah, everything here is printed. I tried to do pixelated letters by hand. It is not easy. And then this was, my boarding pass for whenever we went to New York for my 40th birthday. And then again, I loved this with all the princesses, so I had to print this out. And yeah, we were in New York City. Here's my hotel key that they didn't take back, so I threw it in here. Again, it was flat. I normally don't have things in here to memory keep, things like that, but these two were flat items. I just pasted it in just to have for memories. And then this is whenever we went to go see Wicked in theaters. We saw it on November 23rd. So those are the tickets for me, Donna, and my niece. And then wrapping up the year, we have December, and I did Nightmare Before Christmas. This is the only one that's not really one of my favorite movies, but I love the aesthetic, and I really wanted to do something different for Christmas. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to do it. I do like Tim Burton. I'm just not the biggest fan of this movie. So this was a lot of fun to put all this lettering together and find all these Jack Skellington images and draw them in here. This was just a lot of fun. And I'm filming this on the 30th, so there's only 2 days, or today and tomorrow that's left in this journal. But this month I had a lot of fun with. I did every week on one page or on one spread. I loved this bright red in the background. This is probably my favorite thing to do. And then I did little presents for the boxes, and then on every page I do have like some sort of t-shirt image. So there's a lot of Jack Skellington t-shirt images I found online, and boom, I just put them in here. So here I did I Believe in Santa Claus. These are all Christmas ornaments for the days of the week. And then the week of Christmas, I do have a Merry Christmas with some lights coming down, and then little Christmas wreaths. I actually took a coffee cup from work, one of those disposable coffee cups, and I just traced all the circles and then just kind of made it look like a wreath. So that was really fun, different. And then of course, this is today and tomorrow as of filming. I love having this extra space to draw these characters that I wasn't able to fit in to my journal. And that is the entire flip through. The rest of this is all work related, or the last 2 pages are pen testing, different inks, things like that. My predictions for the playoffs in 2024. So just some doodly pages and some work stuff. So that is a flip through of my entire year of Disney for 2024. Leave a comment down below. Let me know which month was your favorite, and if I do the year of Disney again, what movies would you like to see in a future journal? Because I am already thinking into my next journal or 2 in the next couple of years and trying to decide if I want to do Disney again, because there's so much I was not able to fit in. But let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye!